Hello everyone, I am Sudip Das, Assistant Professor of JS College of Engineering. Today we listen electric drives. Today topic is DC motor starting and braking methods. So DC motor starters. What is DC motor starter? Actually, in order for a DC motor to function properly, it must have some special control and protection equipment. The purpose of this equipment are to protect the motor against damage due to short circuit in the equipment for long-term overload or excessive starting current to provide a convenient manner in which to control the operating speed of the motor. So these are the DC motor starter. Why we use DC motor starter? That's the point why we use DC motor starter. What are the basic requirement of DC motor starter? Now, DC motor problems on starting. What are the problems for starting in DC motor? It must be protected from physical damage during the starting period. Why? At starting condition, motor is not turning, and so the armature voltage is zero. The armature voltage is zero. The full load current of this motor is, we all know, Ia is equal to Vt minus Ea divided by armature resistance. Since the internal resistance of a normal DC motor is very low at very high current flow, and that high current may damage the motor winding. So this is the basic problem of starting for a DC motor. The current is over many times the motor's rated full load current. This may damage the motor. This is the main problem for any motor, not only for DC motor. This is the basic problem for starting of a DC, any type of motor, like in here DC motor. So initially the current is very high due to the, at initial condition motor is not turning and the armature voltage is zero. That's why the full load current is very high. The solution of the problem of excess current. What are the solution? The solution is insert a starting resistor in series with the armature to limit the current flow. That is the one of the way to solve the previous problem, the starting problem. The resistor must not be in the circuit permanently, because after that, that resistor may oppose the current flow because of excessive loss. If we permanently connect the resistor to the circuit, the losses will be increased. That's why the resistor must not be in the circuit permanently. The torque speed characteristics to drop. If a extra resistor is connected permanently, the torque speed characteristics will see drop. The resistor must be removed again as the speed of the motor build up. When the speed of the motor is built, then the resistor is removed. That is way to limit the resistor, limit the current at initial. After that, when the speed will be built up, the resistor will be removed. Another way, the shunt motor with the extra starting current. That is the shunt motor, that is extra starting resistor is connected. Extra resistor is connected for shunt motor with a starting resistor. In designing the starter, it is important to properly pick the size and number of resistor segments. The shunts, the resistor bypass contacts at the proper time. Selected the starter resistor so that the current flow equals say twice the rate of the current. The increasing armature voltage decreasing the armature current in the motor. When the armature current falls to rated current, a section of the starting resistor must be taken out to increase the starting current back up to 200% at the rated current. The increasing the armature voltage, decreasing the armature current in the motor. Repeat until all segments are out. So that's why we solve the problem at starting of a DC motor. Now we discuss how many steps are required to accomplish the current limiting. The total resistor as the original resistor in the starting current, that is R total means R1 plus R2 and how many resistors connected in series with armature resistor. The total resistance left in the starting circuit after stage 1, that is RT1 is equal to RT1 plus another R1, another resistor connected with armature resistor. Initial starting resistance must be R total resistance divided to is equal to total voltage divided by maximum current. The resistance R must be switched out at first stage. That is armature current is equal to terminal voltage minus armature voltage divided by R total resistor is equal to the, that current is I minimum. After switching the part of the resistance out, which I have already told, after the speed will be pick up, then the resistor part will be removed, and the armature current must be jumped to the, that is the armature current will be in that case increase. That is IA is equal to terminal voltage minus armature voltage divided by R total is equal to I max. That means the current will be maximum in that case. Equating the previous equation, R total 1 is equal to I max divided by I mean divided by I max is the ratio into R total. That we can get the R total resistor value by direct extension. The resistance left in the circuit after the nth stage of the switch out. We can easily understand. At the boundary where RA is equal to total resistor is equal to R total N, equating the previous two equation, RA divided by R total is equal to I mean by divided by I max N. Solve the N here. N is equal to log RA divided by R total divided by R log into I mean divided by I max. Here one example is given that you can try to solve that problem, that a 100 HP, 250 volts, 350 amperes and DC motor with an armature resistance of 0.05 ohm. It is desired to design a starter circuit for this motor which will limit the maximum starting current to twice its rated value and which will switch out sections of the resistance as the armature current falls to its rated value. Now, find out how many stages of the starting resistance will be required to limit the current to the range specified. What must be the value of each segment of the resistor be? At the what voltage should each stage the starting resistance be cut out? The DC motor starting circuit. The devices commonly used in the motor control circuit. Normally open, normally close, normally open, normally close. That is the uh, symbol of the motor control circuit. That symbol, if we see, we easily understand what will be explained. That is normally open, that is normally closed, that is motor, that is normally open. That also way to understand that is normally closed, and all these things we can easily understand what will explain, what will express. Okay. Now, DC motor starting circuit, one of the common motor starting circuit, that is fuse that connected to the main supply, and we can see that the resistor which will connected to the armature. Okay, and that is the motor, and that is the overload, and this is the start stop switch, that is the control part of the motor, and this is the normal common motor circuit, motor starting circuit of any type of DC motor. So this circuit, if we plot, then this type of waveform we can get, that from this circuit when we connected to the supply, this type of waveform we can get from here. Now, what linear speed control? What is what linear type speed control? The speed of a separately excited shunt or compound DC motor can be varied in one of the three ways: by changing the field resistance, by changing the armature voltage, by changing the armature resistance. So now we discuss the one linear speed control system. The figure shows an AC motor serving as a prime mover for a DC generator, which is used to supply a DC voltage to a DC motor by changing the field resistance. This system is called wall linear system. So we can explain here the Watt linear system, that is the circuit diagram of Watt linear system, where the three-phase motor, that may be induction or synchronous motor, is connected to the DC generator. Okay, and DC motor is connected in here. So in that way, we can easily the control of the speed of a DC motor. Controlling the field current of a DC generator, armature voltage can be controlled. This allows the motor speed to be smoothly varied between a very small value and the base speed. The higher speed can be achieved by reducing the motor's field current. The higher speed can be achieved by reducing the motor field current. We can easily understand that the speed will be high when the reducing the motor field current. If the field current of the generator is reversed, the polarity of the generated voltage also reversed. This reverses the motor direction of the rotation. If the torque of the speed alone of the motor reverses while the other quantity does not, then the machine serves as a generator. Now we discuss solid state speed controller. The average voltage applied to the armature of the motor can be controlled by function of the time the supply voltage is applied to the armature. First first on and off of the supply can be done by modern solid state device such as SCR. So now the speed control will be done by using SCR. That way, that way we can say that that is speed control is solid state speed control. So a simple DC armature voltage controller circuit using SCR is shown in below. We can see that SCRs are connected for three-phase supply. We need 6 SCR for fully control operation. Okay, then what happened that SCR is that 2 SCR on at a time, then the one phase will be rectified. The SCR1, SCR6, SCR2, SCR4, and SCR3 and SCR5. That's way we can get fully controlled DC supply from AC supply by using SCRs for rectification purpose. The more advanced circuit capable of supplying an armature voltage with either polarity is shown in below. This armature voltage control circuit can permit a current flow out of the positive terminal of the generator to as a motor of the negative terminal of the generator. So this is the 4-quadrant solid state DC motor controller. This is the 4-quadrant operation. We have already discussed that the forward we can easily understand what is the 4-quadrant operation. That is forward motoring, reverse motoring, forward braking, and reverse braking. That is the 4-quadrant operation. There are 3 kinds of electric braking. Now we discuss the braking. What are that is rheostatic or dynamic braking, plugging, and regenerative braking. So what is rheostatic or dynamic braking? The armature of the shunt motor is disconnected from the supply and it is connected across a variable resistor R. The field winding is kept under undisputed and the braking is controlled by a varying the speed series resistor R. This method uses generator action. So we can see what is the rheostatic braking. The field winding is kept undisputed, and this braking is controlled by varying the series register R. We can see the series register can vary the braking system. A series register is connected to the armature, and that way we can vary and the speed will be controlled as per requirement of the machine. What is plugging or reverse braking? Actually, the polarity, if we change, the speed will be changed. The armature terminal are reversed. The armature terminal just opposite to rotate the motor in reverse direction. When motor is running in one way, if suddenly with the armature terminal is reversed, what happens? The speed rotation of the motor will be reverse direction. So in that way, the braking will be happen. That is actually called plugging or reverse braking. So in here, the calculation will be given. The calculation will be given. So this is the main way, main speed braking procedure where the motor armature terminal is reversed. The rotation of the motor is reverse direction, and the speed of the motor will be decreased, and certain time later that will speed will be completely zero and motor braking will be happen. Now regenerative braking. The regenerative braking is the direction of the armature current and the armature torque it is reversed. And rheostatic or dynamic braking, in this method, the motor is disconnected from the supply. The field connection of the reverse and the motor is connected through a variable resistor. What will be done? In this method, the motor is disconnected from the supply. The field connection is reverse and the motor is connected to a variable resistor. You can see this is the resistor, variable resistor. And again we discussed that is the plugging or reverse current braking. It is similar to the sun motor. We can use a resistor to vary. So thank you all of you for watching my videos. If any problem arises, you can contact with me. Thank you.